Us, how you guys doing? This is Sensei Roland Edgar, and I'd like to say happy holidays and hope you have a good one. And yeah, welcome to the karatered dojo. Now what?
So we are just doing kind of like an informal interview, and this is for everyone that doesn't know Sensei Roland Edgar, and this is a way for you guys to maybe ask questions at the end of the video when we post this, or just to kind of know how we, what do you call it?
How we started again?
Like how we started. Okay, you wanna introduce yourself first?
My name is Roland Edgar, and I'm the sensei here. And I started off karate training back in '96 with UKO Karate, and I've been teaching for them for a long time until pandemic happened in 2020. Then I stopped, and I was slowly coming back to train back in UKO with my son Shiro, but unfortunately they closed at the end of October 25th, and that kind of started me to execute the plan that I've been trying to do the karate school that I want to start it.
So have you always wanted to have your own dojo?
Yes, it's been like actually it's been probably 10 years or maybe longer that I wanted to have my own, but I haven't had a chance or opportunity to execute the plan or start it.
So what opted you to open your own dojo?
Well, since they closed, and I felt like I needed to carry on the legacy and also help the student that were just got their black belt, and maybe some of the students still trying to pursue the black belt. I felt like I need to take action and help them continue that. So that's why I wanted to start the dojo as soon as I can and execute the plan that I've been planning. So that way I can, guide them and help them get to their black belt a goal that they set.
So how did you do it?
It takes a lot of planning. Like I mentioned, I've been brainstorming for many years, and it's just a matter of right timing, I guess, and finding the right location. And when I saw this place available again, it was I didn't want to waste any time, and I took action, call, and find out the availability and how much it costs, and trying to figure out my budget and see if it's doable. And that's kind of how I did it. And then there was a lot of step in the process, because you have to have a business license, and you have to have a permit, and a lot of legality paperwork that's kind of came along that I had to complete. And I couldn't have done those without the help of some of the friends and family. Also, special thanks to Megan Henry, who helped me a lot with some of the paper legality, right? So with the lease, and also the permanent occupancy, we're still kind of working on that. And
Your
but yeah.
parents that lend you the fund?
Yes, of course.
The
There's
starting
a lot
fund?
of starting costs for the to start the business. To of course, they lend me some money, so that way I can start it. And then of course the help with Sensei Grad's old equipments, like the mats, this bench, some of the pads, uniform belts. There were a lot of things that I was able to get from them that actually did help me a lot with lowering the cost of starting up a business. Otherwise, we would have not been able to do what I've been planning to do, and it would have actually have delayed us and not be able to open a dojo in like what 4 or 5 weeks. And most of the time, I think some of the business, when they start, it takes like 2 to 3 months, maybe longer, before they can open up, because there's a lot of planning and a a lot of paperwork and a lot of remodeling. There's a lot of steps. There's a lot of process that goes on along the way.
So when you found out that the UKO dojo is closing, that's when you decided that you wanted to open your
Yes,
own?
and I decided to ask him again because before I left in pandemic, he already gave me the blessing to open up my own dojo. But during that time, I didn't feel like it was the right time for me because I was not ready financially and career-wise. So when he announced and when I got that letter of them closing on October 25th, it was kind of like, I was sad as well, and I wanted to come back slowly, get back in shape, and introduce my son to the karate, right? And also if I could, help them, but then I guess they want to retire, they're kind of done with it, and yeah, that's kind of where, hey, I'll go ahead, ask them again if it's okay, and ask his blessing, and he said yes. So it was kind of like the opportunity that I've been waiting for. So I'm not getting any younger, so I cannot just wait for the plan, and I don't want to regret later to where I didn't follow my dreams or plan. So when the time presents itself, you gotta take action.
Okay. So aside from the karate, have you trained any martial arts as well?
During the time I was teaching and also training, I was teaching also the Olympic College. During the time when I'm not teaching, like in the weekends or Friday, I would go train with a hybrid gym where I was interested in jiu-jitsu. So I pursue that training. So I have a blue belt and white 3 stripes on that jiu-jitsu. I mean, if I had kept going, I would have been probably brown and black belt by now. And I also had a little bit of training in Aikido and pulse ball, and a little bit of judo, but not much. Some kendo, we had some kendo training at the dojo because we would have some special guests where we would have like a whole summer or seminars that we would have training with kendo. I think they came from Tacoma and they would come and train with us. So we had some kendo training. I also had a bit of Tai Chi training with one of the sensei. If I remember, Sensei Eddie, he had some Tai Chi background, so he taught us some of the Tai Chi set 1, 2, and 3. And we also learned this big weapon. It was called a big broadsword. So it's been a while since I practiced it, but I still have that, and probably have a video to kind of review and practice again if I had to, or when I needed to as well.
Some of them may not know that you taught at Olympic College. Maybe you want to do a shout out to your former students. Maybe they now have kids of their own that they might be interested in joining.
Yeah, I do keep in touch with a lot of them. I think some of them are probably friends with me on Facebook, and I taught at Olympic College back in 2024 until 2020, where I stopped. Basically, same time I started teaching at the
2024 to 2020?
Yeah, 2004, I'm sorry. 2004 to 2020. Yeah, anyway, yeah, about 15, 16 years ago. See how long I taught there. And I think I taught I started with teaching karate and self-defense. I basically took over Sensei Janice Recker's classes because she was teaching there. And then she wanted to retire and stop teaching, so she offered me the job position if I was interested. So I'm like, okay, I'll take it. So that's what I was doing in the morning, was teaching at the college, and then in the evening I would be teaching at the UKO karate. And I added classes like the Tai Chi because my supervisor, Mike McKenzie, so he's still there teaching. So hi to you if you see me. Probably stop by there and say hi to you as well. Yeah, he asked me if I could teach Tai Chi, and during that time I was actually in training, learning some Tai Chi. So I told him, give me a little bit more, few times to learn some of the basic and fundamentals before I can, figure out a curriculum and design a class. And then I also did the same thing for the jiu-jitsu. Once I got far long enough in jiu-jitsu and learn some of the fundamental basics of the technique, and was able to kind of lay out a plan or syllabus and class curriculum, so that way anybody that have any training, they can pick up on it and learn some of the fundamental basics. So that's a little bit about me in the Olympic College teaching classes there.
So maybe are you planning to add some of those classes in your dojo in the future?
Maybe just for some extra curriculum, just to break off from, of course, after you do training and you do karate all the time, you'll get to the point of your training. Once you get to like black belt, most of the time, you start to hit a plateau, a level to where you feel like you're not getting any better or you're not learning anything anymore. That is the reason why I started cross training and learned to expand my knowledge on other martial arts in order to improve my karate. So I will be introducing some of those or showing some in a class.
Well, we got some families inquiring about Tai Chi class, so maybe stay tuned on that one.
Yeah, maybe we'll see how our class schedules and classes and how many interests we have, and then we'll see if we can implement that Tai Chi class.
Okay, so how long have you been open?
We opened this dojo December 1st. In fact, we've been working hard on the month of November, where I got the keys into the lease and was able to actually access the place, and we were working hard. Me and my wife, and we were cleaning, preparing the place. I mean, it's not 100%. It's as good as we can get it in a short period of time. And then my main concern was the mats. Right? I was concerned that we're going to be training without the mats for the first month of December, and it's going to be cold. So I wanted to really get this one, and I kind of bugged Sensei Grad about that.
So we were happy.
Yeah, so
with Sensei Grout and Sensei Janice.
Yeah, and I want to thank them for having us be able to utilize this mats, and it did save us a lot of money and also time and effort, on our cost end. So without their help and equipment that we got, I think our startup would have probably been delayed to next year actually. So, but with all that help, we were able to push far along and faster than I was aiming. I was aiming, December 1st. That was kind of my goal, but then I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to do it. So it was kind of, underestimate, but we were able to do it. So it was pretty good.
So do you have any expectations on your dojo?
The expectation I have for this dojo,
and for the students?
And for the student, especially a lot of them are from UKO dojo, and a lot of them are actually my former student and have met me before I stopped teaching. Is I just want them to take their time and relearn the basic, and have patience with me, because I will be trying to correct a lot of your technique, because if I'm just coming back again at the dojo, visiting to train with my son 1 day a week, a lot of the technique I felt like it was kind of not on par to the way we were teaching before I left. So I wanted to make sure that their skills of levels and technique is on par with the belt that they're wearing, because last thing I want to do is give somebody a black belt with the technique of a purple belt, or even red belt or orange belt. So it doesn't do them any justice to be wearing a black belt when they don't even know their basic kata or basic fundamental technique and how to execute them properly. So it's like giving somebody a driver's license who can't even park or drive forward or back. It's not going to be safe for them, especially if they have to really use their karate technique for self-defense. You have to really understand the fundamental technique and the application when it comes to studying the martial arts. So that's kind of where my training is more focused on, really understanding the technique. Aside from now, I have to start learning about business, and but thanks for the help with my wife and Cattell and Ella. It's they're helping me more with the other aspect where I'm not really good at, with the social media, and a website, and then doing the front desk and payment and accounting. That's kind of past my skills. So, I like to still be able to learn that, but my main focus is to still focus on the martial art aspect, which is, I can provide and teach and pass on to the students.
So, do you have a goal, or what's your goal for your dojo?
Right now, with our 3-year lease, my goal is to hopefully, by the end of this next year, is to double our size number. I mean, if we can get 10 students in every classes, we can get to like 60 to 80 students, and by that size, we might be able to expand to a bigger dojo to where we're not limited so much with our spacing in here. So right now, this is okay because we're just starting up, and this is a small dojo with, I would say, a minimum of 10 to 15 is really kind of crowded student in the class training. So, but yeah, that's kind of my goal, is to reach that number, on top of fixing all the technique and bringing all the students' skill levels on par. Right? So that's 2 goals that I want to try to accomplish by the end of this year, next year, 2026.
What makes karatered unique?
What makes the karatered unique? Oh, that's a good curveball there. Well, I wouldn't say unique, but I would say we're, I mean, if you understand, red is basically your Roland Edgar dojo. It's karate is, to me, emphasis on trying to use your training and apply it to your life, skills, right? So of course, a lot of the martial art teaches on punches, blocks, and kicks, or even grappling or whatnot. But there are some things that we can learn in training, like how to be a good person and how to use your practice. How you would practice really hard and put all you got. You can do the same way too with schools, with work. Use that same philosophy of give everything you got 100% or more to achieve your goal.
We're not talking about karate. We're talking about your dojo.
My dojo.
Why do you think your dojo is unique from the other dojo?
I guess it's unique because of maybe my skills level and maybe how I approach teaching. And sometimes it's maybe a little bit different. I mean, everybody teaches differently. But I guess it's actually, that's a tricky question. I don't even know how to answer that.
Given your qualification
Oh, yes.
and the years of training and experience that you can give to your students or share to your students.
Yeah, I guess that's I'm a little bit overlooking my own experience and expertise. Yes, I guess I have been training for quite some time, since probably 1996. And yeah, I have probably a good 25 to maybe almost 30 years of training experience. And then I have taught in a college, so
Yeah, you gotta give yourself some credits on that.
I forgot about that. Anyway, yeah, so I do have a lot of experience in teaching. So, and then also not just teaching normal class, but also teaching how to teach, bringing up advanced student to become a sensei themselves. So and I have also experienced how to open up some of the branches that we have with Sensei Grads UKO, because we opened up the dojo in I believe it was in Silverdale first, and then we went to Posbo, and I think we also did one in Spokane, but then Sensei Robert did that one.
I've been with this man for almost 20 years and have not met anyone who's, he got argued with or who's mad at him. So we'll give him a thumbs up. Do you have any tips or encouragement for someone who's new to karate?
were new to karate or even other martial art, is basically just enjoy the journey of the training. So don't get frustrated, when you're learning something new, because of course it will be hard. It will be, new to your body movements, and especially if you're not very athletic, just take your time, enjoy the journey of the training, and then just take it one step at a time. Just learn just one move. That's all you have to do, is just try to learn one move, and then take it to the next level. Okay, now time to learn the next one. So just enjoy, because sometimes it goes by quick, right? When you think it takes 10 years to get to the black belt, sometimes it's actually even less, because of, it also depends on how your progression. So just enjoy the training every day. So just come in and give it 110% every time you come train.
Can you maybe show us one of your favorite moves or techniques?
Okay.
You can still do it?
I used to really like a lot of the kicks, but not these days with my hip and knee. It's not as best I can, but a lot of the kata that I could do. So I can show you the Heian Shodan, but it's now Heian Sandan, I guess. It's I think it's the one I did in High Ho Kids video, where you go. And then I said click here, right? So that's one of the kata, Heian kata. And that's also in some of the advanced kata, like Kusanku, where I have learned from Shihan. Right? And then you would go, mine. So that's the favorite kata that I like. And also, in the future, I would also like to introduce some of the weapon training, but we'll have to kind of wait and see what kind of weapon we would start with. And I'm also looking at our safety room area, because we cannot be swinging big long stick and hitting each other. So we'll have to figure that out in the future. But stay tuned on that one. So I want to also keep that in there.
So you want to tell them about the promotion we're having for January?
Oh yeah, for January we're gonna have 50% off for the month of January for a new student, and that's
4 to 6 years old,
yeah,
for the samurai.
Monday, the class you can go is Monday or Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, and that's from 4:30 to 5. That's 4 years old to 6 years old. That's the samurai class, what we call. And then for the basic class, that's 7 years old and older, and that starts at 5 o'clock to 5:45. And it's also 2 days a week, so you can go Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday. So yeah, so that's kind of that's our promotional deal that's going on right now. So yeah, don't miss it.
You want to say thank you to all the students and families that is now part of the karatered family?
Yes, I really appreciate you guys, and thank you for supporting me, making the dojo happen. But without you guys, there's no way we can start this in December and continue in the next year, January, right? In order to be able to afford the rent and whatnot. So without you guys, it would have been much more harder to start from scratch with only having 3 or 4 or 5 students. It would be very difficult to cover your overhead. But I greatly appreciate you guys' support and continuing from Yukio Karate Dojo into the Karate Red, right? So and I'd like to just give you guys
And to the new ones who's not from
Yes.
Yukio.
And also the new students, I want to also thank you guys for
trusting.
giving interest and trusting, and giving us a shot and see what we can do to provide to the community, right? And I'm hoping I can help you get to your black belt level, and help you pursue any goals in your life or dreams, and use karate as a method of making yourself a better person.
And maybe please say thank you to your mom and dad, to your family,
Yes.
for
Yeah.
enrolling you to a karate,
Yeah.
because it's not that cheap.
Yeah. My parents.
You guys are very fortunate.
Yeah, they were the one that helped us, enroll to our very first karate lessons with the UKO, and
So
of course,
please give them a
appreciate-
hug, say thank you.
Yes, give your parents a hug as well, because without them, taking to your class, to the class,
Paying and
paying
taking you here.
it takes a
to
lot
do
of
the
commitment.
classes.
So it's not just the student; it's also a lot of commitment to the parents as well, or a family who has to take you every day to the karate dojo to train, right? So it's be very grateful and thank them as well. And I really appreciate and thank my parents for that as well, because without them, I would have not discovered UKO karate, right? And changed my life and helped me where I am right now. So greatly appreciate that, and thank you.